right, welcome to Mobile, Alabama, and we are going to do another boat tour of the SS United States, which is downriver from here. You can see I've got the paddle boat behind me, the Perdido Queen. If you saw the previous video, we did the pontoon boat where we did the Blakely State Tour. But this time we're going to ride the paddle boat, and we will be able to compare the experiences to see what they're all about. Let's go.
Built in 1950 and 51 and went into service July 3rd, 1952. On her maiden voyage, she actually beat the transit zone speed record, which was previously set by the Queen Mary back in 1938. And the other interesting thing to this, she's about 100 feet wide on the beam itself, 100 feet. Titanic is about 90 feet. Titanic also had 4 smokestacks. This one only has 2. We'll talk about those in a minute. There's one other thing that's different about this ship from the Titanic. Can anybody name that? Yeah, you will see workers on there. They are doing the work. They have already removed all the decking.
All right, so what's different now? Look at the promenade deck. All the glass that was here is now gone, and this is on both sides, the port and the starboard. You see a little bit of glass on those 2 windows right there, but that's all been removed. When we get further aft, the glass section there on the stern has been removed as well. There's tape, caution tape along the upper decks. I'm not sure what that's for. There is a gangway door still open. They got the flag hanging. The 2 poles you see on the stern would be the loading cranes, or for the loading cranes. See the stern, all the glass has been removed. There's still some on the interior. I don't know if you can see it here on the video, but it's all the most exterior glass is removed. Propeller is still on the stern.
We're making our way on the stern here. You're going to notice the rail missing on the top. There on the side here is the shore. That rail was there when it came into port here. It was heavily damaged though. And the word is that when the ship was in the Ukraine, the crane operator who was in charge of putting the propellers on the deck actually misjudged the clearance and damaged stuff. In the center of the ship, and then the cabin class was on the front of the ship. And this ship actually was the very first ocean liner to feature a microwave oven aboard it. But back in the early 50s, the technology was there for that, and they advertised it as a big feature. They called it a radar range. They said that all your meals would be prepared on a radar range. My question for you though is who would book a cruise today knowing that all your meals would be microwaved? So if you notice those hatches on the side there, those are the boarding doors. Those first doors were for the tourist class.
She's 108 feet longer than Titanic.
So right here, that's a service hatch there, and if you notice the portholes above, those doors have the wiring over them. It's because that was the galley, and there seemed to have been a problem with the crew actually throwing some of the choice cuts of meat out to the people on the deck there. And so there's the doors for the first class boarding. And then we've got these other two doors for the cabin class. Now on the front of the ship, in the bow itself, there's a hold which you could actually place 45 automobiles inside there. And that's why it looks like it's riding a little bit higher on the front. It doesn't have the weight of inside there now. On top of the ship itself, on the bow, there's one of the original anchors. You can't see it from here, but you can see where it was. And if you look on the front, you're going to see a chain that's holding it against the land itself there. That's the original chain for the anchor. But that's also the chain that was used to tow it here to Mobile from Philadelphia. All right, I want to point out something there. You see the little marking on the front of the ship there that looks like a backwards 5, sort of. Yeah, we discovered today what that symbol actually means, and it is for visual reference when the ship's in the water to know what what looks like below the deck, or below the water, I should say. So that little bow that comes out on the front there, it's to let people know that there's more underwater than what you would expect. Also, look up on the bow of that ship, you're going to see a flag that's in some stripes. It's just the stars on the blue. Everyone asks me why that is. That's a Union Jack flag, which is designated to represent that the ship is in dry dock or moored at the time.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video on the progress of the SS United States, and as well as the boat tour aspect on the Perdido Queen. If you would like to see what the boat tour on the Blakely State Park looks like, that video is available on the channel. So a couple of thoughts, compare and contrast the two tours. They're roughly the same price, about $35–40. If you take the Blakely State Park tour, you're on the little pontoon boat that you saw in the video, and that tour is 2 hours long. So they go down to the Big U, and then they go back upriver, and of course get close to some of the stuff on the other side of the river from the Big U as well. For the also on that boat, it's worth mentioning that there are no amenities like there are on the Perdido Queen. There's simply a restroom, and that's it. Now, the Perdido Queen, as you saw, it's only a 1 hour tour, but they have way more amenities. So, as to which one is better, I guess it just depends on which option has the things that you would prefer. Do you prefer the amenities of the Perdido Queen, or do you prefer the extra length of the tour from the Blakely State Park? And you can make that decision. So thanks again for watching, and as always, until the next time, drive safely.